India prepares for Census 2027. Cabinet clears rupees 11,718 crores. India's first fully digital census. Caste enumeration part of the exercise. Headcount to begin in April 2026.
For over a century, India has counted its people with pen and paper. In 2027, that will change. The world's largest democracy is set to launch its first fully digital census, a shift that could reshape how the state understands its population and plans its future. Hello and welcome. You are watching NewsX Explained with me, Megha Sharma. The Census of India is the backbone of policy making, welfare delivery, political representation and economic planning. It determines how resources are allocated, how constituencies are drawn, and how government responds to changing demographic realities. The last full census was conducted in 2011. With 2021 exercise delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the 2027 census has acquired even greater significance. This is what the Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said while announcing the budget of the census. Listen in.
जानते हैं कि सेंसस देश के लिए एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट एक्सरसाइज है जिसके माध्यम से देश के बारे में, देश की जनसंख्या के बारे में हर एक जानकारी जो चाहिए होती है वो इसके माध्यम से मिलती है। पिछला सेंसस हुआ था 2011 में। 2021 में कोविड का पीरियड था, इसके कारण हो नहीं पाया और अब अगला 2027 में होगा और विश्व में भारत का सेंसस इट्स कंसिडर्ड एज द लार्जेस्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एंड स्टैटिस्टिकल एक्सरसाइज इन द एंटायर वर्ल्ड। इतना मैसिव एक्सरसाइज है ये, इसके लिए पूरी तैयारी की गई है, बहुत वेल प्लान्ड तरीके से इसको किया जाएगा एंड लॉट ऑफ डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजीज विल बी यूज्ड इन census this time.
The Union government has approved a budget of around 11,718 crore rupees for the exercise, signalling the scale and importance of the operation. The high scale would become obvious when you would head the budget of 2011 census. It was approximately 2,200 crore rupees. So the 2011 census cost was about 19% of the projected 11,718 crore rupees budget for the digital census 2027. This increase in the census budget is not driven by population growth alone. It also reflects the cost of shifting to a fully digital infrastructure. In 2011, India spent approximately 18 rupees per person to conduct the census. In 2027, the figure is expected to rise to around 80 to 85 rupees per person. With India's projected population estimated at between 140 and 142 crores, the higher percentage per capita cost underscored expenditure on technology, devices, training and data security that is required for digital census. For 2027 census, millions of enumerators, supervisors and government officials will be involved across urban and rural India using digital tools instead of traditional paper forms. At the heart of the digital census is the use of mobile applications and a dedicated web portal. Enumerators will collect data using handheld devices such as smartphones and tablets. This data will be uploaded in real time to central servers, allowing for faster processing and reducing the possibility of human error that often arises during manual data entry and later digitalization. For the first time, citizens will also have the option of self-enumeration. This means individuals and households can fill in their own details online through a secure portal or mobile app. Once the information is submitted, an enumerator will visit the household to verify and authenticate the data. The government believes this will speed up the process, reduce the burden of field staff, and give people greater agency over the information they share. The digital census will be conducted in two distinct phases, as has been the practice in earlier censuses, but the technology integrated at every stage. The first phase is the house listing and house census, scheduled to take place between April and September 2026. During this stage, enumerators will collect information about buildings and households, including the type of structure, access to basic amenities such as water, electricity and sanitation, and other housing conditions. This phase creates the framework for the actual population count. The second phase is the population enumeration, which will be carried out in February 2027 with a reference date of 1st March for most of the country. During this phase, detailed information about each individual will be collected. This includes age, gender, marital status, education level, occupation, migration history, and other socio-economic indicators. Significantly, the 2027 census is also expected to include caste data, a step that has not been taken in a full census since 1931. For certain snow-bound regions such as Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, the reference date will be October 1, 2026, taking into account harsh weather conditions that can limit access during winter months. One of the key features of the digital census is the real-time monitoring. A central management and monitoring system will track the progress of enumeration across states and districts. Supervisors will be able to identify gaps, flag inconsistencies, and ensure quality control as data is collected. This is expected to improve accuracy and transparency while also shortening the time taken to release final results. The government has also emphasized multilingual support to ensure inclusivity. The census portal and applications will be available in English and Hindi and several regional languages, making it easier for people from different linguistic backgrounds to participate without depending entirely on enumerators. Data security and privacy have emerged as major concerns around the digital census. With large amounts of personal information being collected and stored electronically, questions have been raised about how this data will be protected and who will have access to it. The government has assured that the robust encryption and security protocols will be in place and that census data will be used strictly for statistical purposes as mandated by law. The process leading up to the census had already begun with pre-tests and trials running in the late 2025. These pilot exercises are meant to help fine-tune questionnaires, test digital infrastructure, and train enumerators in using new technology. This will be followed by a nationwide awareness campaign to educate citizens about the digital census, self-enumeration options, and the importance of providing accurate information. After the completion of both phases, data will go through multiple rounds of validation and quality checks. Once verified, provisional figures are expected to be released faster than in previous censuses, followed by detailed reports and tables used by governments, researchers, and policymakers. The digital census comes with its share of challenges. India continues to face a significant digital divide, with millions of people lacking reliable internet access or digital literacy. To address this, the role of enumerators remains crucial, ensuring that no one is excluded from the count. Training such a large workforce to use digital tools effectively is also a massive logistical task. Despite these challenges, the digital census is being seen as a necessary step for a country of India's size and complexity. Faster, more accurate data can have far-reaching consequences for governance, from targeting welfare schemes and planning infrastructure to understanding migration patterns and urban growth. The 2027 census is not just about counting people, it is about capturing the realities of a changing India in real time. As the country prepares for this once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-decade exercise, the success of the digital census will depend on the technology, trust, and participation coming together at an unprecedented scale.
India prepares for Census 2027. Cabinet clears Rs 11,718 crores. India's first fully digital census. Caste enumeration part of the exercise. Headcount to begin in April 2026.